Hey gang, it's Ryan. I hope and pray that everybody's doing well. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I was thinking about you all on that day as some of the things that we're very thankful for, and I know that I wrote this in an email, but I really wanted to communicate this to you. I really feel like God has blessed my life immensely in having the opportunity to go through experiencing God with you all. And so I look forward to continuing to do that. I wanted to give a brief update about a couple of things. This week, Friday, we are having Lifelinks. It's going to be at 7 p.m. I think earlier we had tried to do 6:30, but it sounds like 7 p.m. is actually a better time for some other folks in the group. And so we're gonna just make it 7 p.m. regularly moving forward. In addition to that, we'll be at the Cozy House, 59 Manning Road, and that's in Eggertsville, 14226. And so if you're looking for directions there, just type in that address, Manning Road, Manning, in Eggertsville, and our address is 59 Manning. We'll be going over Unit 6 and Unit 7. Hopefully you all have had a good time encountering God in and through those modules. I will say this, I think that I pulled this up here this morning, page 120. Blackaby gives 7 things to consider when circumstances are confusing to us. And he has been referencing his daughter Carrie's cancer episode within the realm of all of this. And I have to tell you, this is probably the biggest takeaway for me thus far in the material. And because it reminds us that even in the midst of difficult circumstances, sometimes we have to remind ourselves to see God outside of our circumstances. And how do we do that? How do we recalibrate ourselves into the truths of God? And he lists 7 amazing things here that I think are really cool. So if you have a chance, if you've already looked over it, great. If you haven't encountered it yet, I'd encourage you to take a look at it again. It's really messing with me in a good way as I think through what we're going to be discussing on Friday. I also wanted to add that there is a new potential couple that could be joining us as early as Friday. We discussed this in the group last week, a couple that Rick and Mary know. I know our attendance was light last week, but we kind of, based on just the scenario as it presented itself, none of us really felt compelled to say no to having this couple join us, and so we're excited to have them on board, and perhaps they'll be there Friday. I'm looking forward to that, but if not Friday, then for sure soon. And so just be on the lookout for that. The last thing I just wanted to say too is that I mentioned that we were going to discuss this in the last meeting, and we really didn't because the attendance was a little bit lower. And but Eric Burgum has volunteered to perhaps lead a service initiative for us, and I think it's really important to be serving in the community as we pray for lost people, as we engage our community, and as we grow closer to God. I think those are 3 very important things in this journey. And so Eric has kind of thrown his hat in the ring to say, hey, I'd love to kind of help lead a service arm of what it is that we're doing in this group. And so I'd like for us to come prepared on Friday to talk about some potential options. I know there's a desire that I have personally with regard to Niagara Falls, but I don't want to assume that everybody else has that geographic desire in terms of Western New York and places we could serve. I think any service is going to be good service. It awakens us to the reality of the world and the need for lost people to encounter Jesus. And so that's what I'm desiring to do. And so if you have any thoughts or any perspectives on service and want to get your hat in the ring as well as with what Eric is trying to facilitate, I'd like to take some time on Friday to discuss that. Thanks so much for this time this morning. I hope that you're doing well. I'm really excited for what God is doing in each one of our lives, and I know for me personally, it's been a great journey to be on with you all, and I've just been excited at how God has been teaching me, not just through His Word and through this material, but even through how God is growing in you. He's teaching me, and so I'm just thankful for that. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you Friday. We'll talk to you then.